Hello and thanks for staying with us. This is Asset Television and you are welcome to Issues of the Moment. My name is Sunday Ayami. Today I have a guest and we are going to talk about insecurity in Nigeria, how it began, where we are now and how we are going to see it tomorrow. Will Nigeria succeed in the war against insecurity in Nigeria? Already blames are being traded by some people who are supposed to know better, especially where it all began in Borno State some years back. A few days ago, former Governor Ali Sharif traded blames and said they should blame the current Vice President of Nigeria, Kasim Shettima, of being the one that sponsored bandits, Boko Haram, as it used to be known. But is this true? However, arising from all this, America has issued a warning that they are going to take Nigeria, especially those areas concerned. I have a guest, Air Commodore Abayomi Balogun, who will help us, of course retired, but not tired. He's going to help us analyze these issues. And Balogun, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Pleasure is mine.
A few weeks ago, or days back, the United States government issued a threat that they were going to invade those areas that Nigeria couldn't in the fight against insecurity. Is this the way out? From your experience now, is this the way out?
Yes, thank you very much. It's not the only way out, but it could be an option. It could be an option in the sense that for how long have we been fighting this insecurity? Have we succeeded? Have we overcome? No. For how long more can we continue to do it? So if the Americans say they are coming, especially if they are coming to work with us, then they can succeed. Though independently too, as we have seen in the past, they can also achieve it. But then we must sit down together and say, these are the areas we want you to help us intervene. About 5 years ago, the Americans came to the northern part of Nigeria to rescue just one citizen. And the plan started from America to Spain, and then they came into northern Nigeria and rescued that guy who had been kidnapped in Niger and brought into Nigeria and took him away. It took just 2 days planning.
Without the knowledge of Nigeria security?
Yes, the Nigerian security operatives claimed they knew about it, but the job was done by the Americans. The real combat troop came from Spain, but the planning was done in America. When they were certain, because what were they waiting for? When the guy was kidnapped in Niger, so they were waiting for one call to demand for ransom. And immediately the guy called and demanded for $1 million ransom. Americans say, we cannot pay. We rather go there and rescue our own. So they coordinated the efforts in the US, tasked a unit in Spain, and the unit came into Nigeria, landed in the night, killed all the terrorists that were holding that guy hostage, except one of them that escaped, and took this guy and left. Within 3 hours, the job was done. So, if we say, do they have the capability? Yes, they can if they come. But like I said earlier, we must work together. We must tell them the areas where we need help. If it is help they are coming to render, me as a person, I will welcome it because I've seen it in the past. I've been part of the help they have offered in the past. During the kidnap of the Chibok girls, I was part of the cell that had to work with the Americans, the British, and the French to rescue the Chibok girls. And I can tell you for free today that when the three teams came, the Americans were based in Niger, the French were based in Chad, the British were based in Ghana. But among the three friendly forces that came, the Americans were the most proactive. And we were shocked because, I will tell you, they knew more of Nigeria at that time, 2013, than we know. They were the ones that were providing us all the
itineraries.
Everything about the Chibok girls, They told us where they were by the bank of the river Yezdaram, the time they pray, when they pray, how the food. They gave us all the information, which at that time we could not provide. But then something happened in 2014, because I was representing the Air Force. They were giving us screenshots of the videos of intelligence they have there. And I knew the Air Force had such capability with one of our aircraft called ATR-42. And I asked the guys over there, can you send me a video of what you are doing in that place? And they did. And when I played the video to the Americans, to the French and the British people, and they asked me, you mean Nigeria has this capability in 2013 during the Chibok guys? I said, yes. And they asked me, they did not ask me, they asked all of us. If Nigeria has this capability, yes, what then are we doing here? In fact, the guy went further and asked, he said, what kind of aircraft? I told him ATR-42. He said, which camera? I said, I don't know the camera. He said, because this same camera he's seen was the one they are using.
They are using too.
But mounted in a
different aircraft.
In a different aircraft. So we have this same capability. We were unable to rescue the Chibok guys, not because they did not give us intelligence. They knew more than we did of northern Nigeria, especially the northeast as at that time. But we could not use the intelligence provided effectively. So if they are coming today and say, let's work together, it's a welcome idea to me.
So now, what signal do you think this threat has at least given to Nigerian security?
I don't know. I don't know now, but it's the government that should give them that directive. I say, based on the comment from the outside world, we need to step up. We need to step up our game. It shouldn't be the way it has been. We must do something different. We have been doing it the same way for 15 years and above, as it yielded any result. So it is time now to say, let's sit down. Because Trump can say whatever he wants to say, but he has tinkered us. He has gingered us on the need
to be proactive now.
Yes.
Okay, now the recent comment, because if you notice and monitor what is being said by some prominent people out there, it's as if there is a genocide towards a particular religion in this country. Do you subscribe to that?
Now, that's a delicate issue because Nigeria is, in fact, this thing has divided Nigeria the more, because we have a common enemy. The jihadis, the Boko Haram, the terrorists, the Islamic...
ISWAP, Lakarawa,
we have a common enemy in all of them. So if they are killing Christians, they are killing Muslims, they are killing Nigerians. So if the Christians are shouting, they are killing our people, I don't expect the Muslims to say, no, Christians are, Muslims are also being killed. Why have they not been shouting? Does it mean that the lives of Muslims does not matter? The lives of everybody matter. Every Nigerian life matters. So if the Christians are shouting that there is a genocide, yes, there is genocide. Now the Muslim too should say yes, including us. So let us join together and fight that common enemy. And whichever measure, either it's America or whoever is coming to help us, because to me, we may need help. If we can't step up our game, we will need help to fight that common enemy. So we should stop dividing ourselves that it is Christian wahala, it is a Muslim issue. No. Nigeria said we want an all-of-nation approach.
Well, there is this notion that says that Americans want to come and kill our brothers.
I mean, that is, for me, stupidity. Because why would you call people that are killing your same brothers and your family your brothers, and you are protecting them? That's double jeopardy. It doesn't sound, I've read it on so many pages on social media. I say they are coming to kill our brother. They are your brothers. Then you are accomplice. Then go and join them. We want peace in Nigeria. We want Nigeria to progress. So if your brothers are terrorists, if they are bandits, if they are kidnappers who are destroying, then you are part of them. Then we will join you with them. I'm a soldier. We don't treat things lightly like that. Any threat to a Nigeria, anywhere within the country, should be seen as a threat to every Nigeria anywhere. So if somebody is killing a Nigeria somewhere and you say that person is your brother, we should not go after him, we will come after you because you are part of it.
Okay, recently there's a change of guard in the military hierarchy.
Yes.
Would you think that this will bring change to the security apparatus in Nigeria at the moment?
Ordinarily, it should. But me, I think we should do more than that. How many service chiefs have we changed? Whenever things are slowing down, we say, okay, change the service chief. At the president, we give them marching orders. We are back to the same thing. The situation now demands more than just changing the service chief. We must restructure our approach to these challenges that we have everywhere. We can't be doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. You will get the same result. So I want to see, yes, new service chiefs, they should come up with new ideas, new framework, new structure of combating this. So it's not just they have changed the service chief, let's go to sleep. No, we must go beyond that. That's it for me.
Okay, because now Nigerians can't sleep with their eyes closed. Especially, okay, this is the Yuletide season now. And what do you think the military, at least the security, all the security apparatus, what do you think they should assure Nigerians at the moment?
They can assure Nigerians that they will take out the bandit, they will take out the jihadists by way of mouth. But I, as a person, I'm yet to see the structure on ground. What we have on ground now can take care of the immediate. But at this point, we shouldn't be looking at taking care of the immediate. We should be looking at taking care of the immediate and preventing the future. To be able to do that, we need to go beyond the level we are now. I wrote a book not too long ago, and I said we should change the security architecture of Nigeria, which President Buhari authored the National Security Strategy 2019 and said the situation in Nigeria now is so complex. It's not the same way as it used to be. And that we have been making mistakes assuming that security of the nation belongs only to the armed forces. They now said, no, it belongs to all of us. So let's create that structure that will involve everybody. And I went further on that and I said the best way to go about it is to change our security architecture to bottoms-up approach rather than top to bottom. Why did I say bottoms up? Where are the crimes committed? At the grassroots.
Yeah.
That's where it starts from. So if you have your intelligence at the grassroots, they will see them as they are planning. Because in war, you must get there before your enemy. You must be ahead of him before he takes that action.
Yeah, yes.
But today we are only reacting after they have done whatever they needed to do. So our intelligence architecture, our intelligence structure should be stepped up. And the people at the grassroots that I'm campaigning, it's not by mouth. You know, we have a slogan now that if you see something, say something. Yes, we must take it from there. If you see something, say something. To who? Who are you saying that thing to, Mr. Sonny? We must create that structure so that if Mr. Sonny sees something, say it here. There. Say it there. And I said, from the grassroots, at the grassroots level, you must have districts. You must have zones. You must have local council. Then you go to the state. From the states to the federal. So everything is coordinated and integrated. But today, everybody is doing his own. If I take you back to the crisis of Yelwata, in Yelwata there was intelligence. The DSS wrote a paper 30 days before the attack and said...
That is Yelwata in Benue State.
Yelwata in Benue State.
Good.
And said, army, they send it to the army and said, this thing will happen. These people are camp here. These are their intentions. So take this intelligence and act on it. Now, what happened there? The DSS was based in Lafia. The army unit that the information was sent to was also based in Lafia at the tactical level of military operation. Now, the guys at the tactical level, do they have the big picture? No. Do they have all the resources to do that job? No. So since nobody interfered at the operational and strategic level, that attack took place 30 days after DSS has said it will take place. So based on that, I want to suggest that we move our planning from the tactical level to the operational level to the strategic level. Such an information, such an intelligence should have gone to the operational level.
Yes.
Who has the bigger picture and will have said, oh, the army guys at Makodi or in Lafia, do they have the requirement to counter this threat? No. So we need more.
They need to mobilize.
We need to mobilize more people. So if you don't do that and you leave those guys at the tactical level to handle it, can they handle it? So that's one of the things where we need to do. We need to step up our intelligence gathering. We need to step up the analysis of the intelligence and how the intelligence is disseminated to the end users timely. That's the only way we can overcome.
Okay, I know you've been watching on social media.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see all these bandits, this sort of ammunition, chain bullets, rocket launchers, and we have security at our borders. How do you think they get hold of these weapons?
Do we really have?
Because one, I'm asking you because at the time you were serving,
Yes.
you were once in charge of operations in the Air Force.
Yes. Do we really have borders?
We have borders. Do we have security at the border? That's what you should ask.
Yes, we have border, but do we have a border post? Maybe in the southwest, in the southeast. In the southeast towards Calabar. There we have in Cameroon. But once you go up from northern Nigeria, that is from Adamawa,
Yes.
go
To
across.
Sokoto, Kebi.
The whole place is porous. Who is manning them? And that's why the last CDS called for wall. Wall is expensive and it will take time. But in the interim, because those are the places these weapons are coming in.
Yeah.
So we need to secure all those places. Yeah, countries have built walls before. It's not a bad idea. But in the interim, what are we doing? Before now, the immigration service, Nigeria Immigration Service, used to have something we call Air Border Patrol. Mm-hmm. Air Border Patrol was that they had aircraft that patrol all our borders. And then they have ground stations. So when the aircraft is patrolling, the ground stations are monitoring. So they will see the threat, then mobilize people there because you can't police those borders all around. They are so wide. So, but then the border patrol, because I know the Air Force deploys some pilots from the Air Force to the immigration for the border patrol.
Yeah.
And they had containers all over Nigeria where they monitor and record those things. The thing died a natural death. So while we are still unable to monitor or police our borders, we can resuscitate that air border patrol so that they can be going around, so that when they notice any threat, they can quickly mobilize police, army, custom, whoever is in charge to do that. But they will keep coming in, especially because of our borders, of our neighbors. There's trouble in Niger, there's trouble in Chad, there's trouble in Mali, even in northern Benin Republic. There's problem all over the Sahel. Where do they come to? They come back to Nigeria. So it's very difficult. It's something we must take seriously.
But I missed all this now. Do you think Nigeria, our security men in Nigeria, do you think they can ever win this war against terrorism?
Yes, very important. We can. Because I still keep telling people that Nigeria can overcome. And we have what it takes to overcome. What we need is to sit down. In this sitting down, forget tribe, forget religion, forget politics. Look for the professionals, critical thinkers and strategic thinkers. They abound, who will sit and think and advise the security agencies this is the way to go. The security agencies are so occupied now that they don't have time to think. They don't have time to sit down. The president is calling them, the Senate is calling them everywhere. So what time do they have to plan? Sun Tzu say, before you go to any war, you must win that war at home. It is at home that you look at your enemy. And he says further that, know your enemy and know thyself. When you know your enemy, you can win any war. Now, if I sit down here and I want to know my enemy in the form of bandits, Boko Haram, jihadists, and then I come back to the armed forces, the security agencies I know, I say we have what it takes. Yes, they are wearing bandoliers everywhere. And so what? Do they have drones like we have? Armed drones? Surveillance drones that can remain airborne for like 30 hours? Who will watch these buggers? And when it is the right time, you take them out. We have. They don't have. They have full soldiers. They have machine. We have APCs. We have better equipment than them. I don't like to hear people say the bandits are better equipped than the armed forces. No. We just scare ourselves unnecessarily. We are more than them. What we lack is that ability to coordinate the resources available, integrate them together and use them. We may not be able to engage all of them at the same time. But what I said was segment Nigeria based on threat zone. Face this side first with all you have. And then go to the next one. Move to the next one. And gradually we call it chipping in a relentless pursuit. Relentless pursuit is you pick the man and you don't let him go. You continuously pursue him until he say I'm tired or until
he will give up.
He give up. But what we are doing now, yeah, we have seen them. They are there. Intelligence are revealed. We go after them and then we relax. And then they go back, replan, re-strategize, and come back. But in a relentless pursuit, we don't let go until they give up. So I think when we do that, pull our resources together under a joint commander and then go ahead after them. We can do it.
Yeah, there is one thing that, of course, Nigerians do observe, this synergy. The army wants to do it alone and get the credit. Air Force, the same thing, or Navy, or police, or DSS. So why do you think that there is no synergy among the armed forces?
Yeah, because today the security agencies are different from what we knew. In our time, we had synergy because there was no rivalry. We also ourselves as doing a common job. And then we had the guys who will talk and say, Nami talk and he holds. But today, Army is talking, Navy is talking, police is talking, DSS is talking, everybody is claiming glory. Nobody was claiming glory. In Liberia and Sierra Leone, you will never hear Air Force, you will never hear Navy, you will only hear
the military.
The military, or ECOMOG, the Armed Forces of Nigeria.
Yes.
But today, everybody is claiming success. Until we do something I call to establish a multi-agency coordination and control center. When we create that multi-agency coordination and control center, everybody is a member. Everybody is equal on that table, except the coordinator who is overseeing the whole thing. So Army is there as an equal partner. Police is there. Everybody is an equal partner. And when you sit there, you know that it's a joint effort to solve any problem. Like in such a structure, Media will be there. NCC will be there. So let me give you an example of a kidnapping case that comes to that structure. Yeah, they call the structure and say there's a kidnapping. Okay, let's get it like the American did. Let's get that call. And that man makes the call. Look at it. Oh, this tower is in Cross River State. Can we get the coordinate? They will give you. The coordinate comes in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So what do? Air Force, who is also a member. Air Force, please, can you go there and check this place out? Air Force calls his people. They deploy a drone immediately. Go there. That's what Americans did. They not go there. And because of the coordinate, the Air Force drone goes there. It can stay there 20, 30 hours and monitoring. Other calls that will come in will also be tracked. So when it is time, and God damn, the Air Force drone is watching what is happening there and relaying it live to that
call center.
That center, and everybody is watching. So as they are watching, the commander or whoever is the chairman say, okay, we have seen them. What do? Do we use Air Force jets? Okay, no, there is not worth it. Do we use army that is close by in Calabar? Do we use police? Do we use Navy? Or SSS we have to move in? That decision is taken there. And it's an all-inclusive decision that involves everybody. Media is there to carry the story out. So there is no rumor, there is no hearsay. So that will enhance synergy, promote cooperation among the agencies, and a common goal that we are all fighting for the same thing. But today you will see road safety man and civil defense, in fact, civil defense and police killing themselves everywhere. Why? Because sorry, they are doing overlapping roles. And that is part of the issues that we need to address, because we must sit down with all these agencies and say, this is where your job starts and this is where it finishes. If we don't do that, police will be doing civil defense work, civil defense will be doing police work. At the end of the day, there will be crisis among themselves without this people. So we can achieve the synergy, but the best way to achieve it is to create that multi-agency coordination and control center. And I will shock you to let you know that Nigeria has trained people that can man such structure. And I know some of them who call me and say, okay, my guy that we trained together in the US is doing the same thing in Pakistan. He's doing the same thing in this place.
But here they are not doing that thing.
They just went for the training and came back and nothing happens. I can mention 3 of them as I sit here. Go ahead.
So how do you think we got it wrong at least at this time, so that from there we can now start planning? Nigeria can now start planning, and the security agency will now keep hope alive.
Part of where we got it wrong is trading competency for any other thing. If we have been looking at competency, we wouldn't have bothered whether this man is a Christian, a Muslim, a Yoruba man, Hausa man. So we don't put square pegs in square holes. We just look at that man and say, yes, we play the man before the office. We look at the man, that my guy, he needs to be in one office. So I bet make una find one office where small money there. And they will look for that small office. And they get him, there's something there, but post him there. Now, we did not consider the man. Can he do the job of the office? What am I expecting from that office? That should be the first thing. You play the office first. What do I want from this office? Then you look for the man who can give you
what you need.
What you need. But Nigeria don't do that. So we just put them and keep them. At the end of the day, it is what you have that you can give. If the man does not have it and you put him there, you will not get anything. So most of our challenges came from there, where we just put people in places that are not productive. So we must learn to look for competent hands who can do the job, and then we will get the result.
All what you have said now boils down to planning. Because one, if there is no planning, nothing will succeed. Do you think the Nigerian military, do they plan at all in order to surmount this insecurity?
I will not say whether they plan or they don't plan. But what I would say is that even if they were planning, the planning are not sufficient. Like I said earlier, that your battles are won in your chambers,
Yes.
at home, before you step out. So, if you were planning, you should not lose any battle. Because you don't step out, basically, when you know your enemy. Then you come back to yourself. You must now look, okay, this is the enemy. He has 10,000 people. What do I need to counter him? You cannot take 5,000 to go and fight 10,000 now.
No.
So you must have superior number.
Yes.
Does he have APCs? Yes. How many APCs does he have? He has 10. Then I need 30. Air Force, the man, as you have assessed him, does he have air defense? Yeah, he has air defense. Do you have equipment to take out the air defense? Yes. Can you deny him the use of his runways and the aircraft? Yes. If you don't have, you put it. If you are using the Navy, the same kind of question. Police, we are going to deploy you. What do you need? Based on the enemy we have assessed.
Yes.
So if we were planning enough, we should not lose any single battle. Or if you lose a battle, you will never lose the war. We have lost so many battles. The war now, we don't know where it is going. So, based on your question whether they are planning or they are not planning, I will not say categorically they are not planning. But for me, they are not planning enough, because if they are planning enough, you will not go out and lose a soldier. Because it's painful for you to take your soldiers to battle and then they get killed. You must answer for it. It's unfortunate that we don't answer for the death of our soldiers here. But if you lead troops to battle, they must ask you, how did you deploy your troops that you have this casualty? But unfortunately, we don't. So if we were...
Why do you think that is?
Huh?
Why do you think it's like that in Nigeria, that we don't account for the truth? Because these are human lives.
Because we don't account for anything in Nigeria. Most of the politicians that are stealing the whole thing, anybody accounting for anything? We don't account for anything. Anything goes. We must change that orientation and say, this is our country. We don't have any other place to go. It's either we make it or we break it. And we can make it. This country can be so sweet that, but it requires our collective effort. To say any challenge to Nigeria anywhere is a challenge to all of us. And I believe we can.
Yeah, before I let you go,
Yeah.
I want to find out from you, what is the way forward?
The way forward is what I almost said now. That we must first accept that we have a common challenge. We have a common enemy.
No, maybe if we accept that we have failed, so that
We
we
must accept that we have failed. We must accept that there's a problem. There's a challenge. And we must accept that all these baggers are our common enemy. Then we on this side will collectively join together and face them. They are no more than us. They cannot be more than us. We are a country. They say Lukarawa. How many are the Lukarawas? How many are the bandits? So we must first accept that we need our collective buy-in. All of nation approach that we have been preaching, all inclusive, and let's face those common enemy and we shall overcome.
like, for instance,
Yes.
I read a report yesterday. Nigeria has about 380-something policemen, for which over 100,000 of them are with VIPs. So is it the way forward?
No. That's why there is need for a reform of the whole security sector. The 300 and something thousand, that's what the policemen we have in Nigeria. Are they enough? No. In fact, it's only in the cities you see policemen. Just move to the suburbs. You will see one or two policemen doing what? What can he do? And that's why all those bandits are setting up their own security outfits. Even the local government are setting up their own security outfit. It's good, but are they coordinated? Are they synchronized together so that this local government security outfit know what the next one is doing so that they can fight a common front? So we need to sit down. We have had enough of meetings, symposium, and whatever. It does not take us anywhere. But then we still need
Of course, all those ones remain on papers.
it will end up in somebody's drawer. Yes, but we still need to think of a way out. It is possible for us to overcome, and we can.
Yeah, thank you so much. I've been speaking with Air Commodore Abayomi Balogun, retired, and he has given us so much insight into what Nigeria needs to do. In fact, especially the security men. We talked about the synergy and planning. Keep watching Asset Television until we come your way again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure is myself.